We all wonder if there is other life out there in the universe. In fact, many believe aliens have been observing our planet for thousands of years.
What if I told you there are aliens hiding in plain sight? In the rural area of Redgate, Montana, a hunting camera captured a chilling sight. An alien with a bulbous head sprinting across a field. This terrifying image has sparked the fires of paranormal speculation, especially in a region known for its UFO sightings and unexplainable phenomena. Locals report bizarre objects in the sky and cars mysteriously stalling on roads. Join us as we explore what this man captured on camera, shocking the whole world. Chapter 1. Incoming Dangers, UFOs and UAPs. The Department of Defense told people who make laws that they have over 400 cases of mysterious objects flying in the sky, also known as unidentified aerial phenomena, recorded. Out of these, 11 cases were so close to airplanes that they almost caused accidents. It might seem like the stories about UFOs are something new, but that's not true. Humans have seen things in the sky they couldn't explain for thousands of years. In old writings and art from ancient civilizations like the Sumerians, Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, you can find drawings and stories about strange, disc-like objects and weird things in the sky. Even though we've never had aliens come and invade our planet, people keep seeing these mysterious objects in the sky, and we keep trying to figure out what they are. The interest in UFOs really started to grow in the 1900s, which is also when a lot of advanced airplanes and rockets were being made, often in secret. Was it just a big coincidence? Or were people just getting scared over nothing? It's clear something odd is happening above us, but what exactly? Could it be aliens? And have there ever been times when these things were caught on camera? We invite you to come along as we look into these sightings of what might be aliens, caught on camera, that have grabbed a lot of people's attention and made many wonder. Some hunters set up cameras in trees in lonely places because they want to watch animals that live there. But one hunter in Montana ended up filming something really strange that looked like it could be from another world. This odd creature, which was caught on camera by Donald Bromley in a place called Redgate Forest in Deer Lodge, Montana, looked like a gray figure from another planet with a very strange shape. The area where this happened is known for having a lot of spooky things going on. Bromley told a local TV station that UFOs and strange lights are often seen in the sky there, and weird things happen a lot. For example, cars sometimes stop working on the road for no clear reason. This story isn't just about the fact that for a very long time, people have seen things in the sky they can't explain. It's also about how our curiosity has grown alongside our technology. As we've built more advanced machines that can fly higher and faster, the number of mysterious sightings has also increased. Are these just advanced aircraft that the public doesn't know about? Or is there something more mysterious at work? These questions keep us looking up at the sky, wondering and trying to understand the unexplainable. The story of the naked alien and the hunter's unusual encounter in Montana adds another layer to this mystery. It shows that sometimes the search for unknown creatures isn't just in the stars, but also in the secluded forests of our own planet. Whether these sightings are of aliens, secret technology, or something else entirely, they continue to spark our imagination and our desire to explore the unknown. Donald Bromley spent a lot of time examining a strange picture he captured in the woods. The more he looked at it, the stranger it seemed. He noticed the figure in the photo had a large, round head and appeared to be see-through, without any clothes, just like how many people imagine aliens. Bromley felt convinced that what he had photographed was not from this world, describing it as an alien trying to blend in. Donald shared that he has many cameras set up in the forest, all powered by batteries that should last a year. However, this specific camera stopped working after only 2 months. When he checked the photos it had taken, the very last image was the one showing the alien-like figure. This made him think it wasn't just a random event. Bromley believes it's highly unlikely that the figure was a person. He explained that the camera was placed in a very remote area, similar to a private ranch where access is extremely difficult. To reach the location where the camera was, One would have to travel several miles and descend about 1,000 feet. It's a tough journey that seems impractical for anyone to make. Moreover, he noted that none of his other cameras in the area had been activated, which would have been the case if someone was moving around there. In a different part of the world, the small village of Bonnybridge in Scotland's lowlands is known for something quite unique. Despite its peaceful setting, Bonnybridge has become famous for an unusually high number of UFO sightings, earning it the title UFO Capital of Scotland. Over the past 30 years, locals have reported seeing almost 300 unidentified flying objects each year. This might surprise many people since Bonnybridge might not be the first place you'd think of when it comes to UFO sightings. The question arises, what is it about this quiet village that attracts so many UFOs? This story about Donald Bromley's encounter and the curious case of Bonnybridge adds to the fascinating world of UFO sightings and alien encounters. Bromley's experience in the forest, with the mysterious figure and the prematurely drained camera battery, raises questions about what might be lurking in our woods. It also highlights how technology, like trail cameras, can capture evidence of phenomena that defy easy explanation. Meanwhile, the situation in Bonnybridge shows that some places on Earth seem to be magnets for UFO activity, drawing the attention of both enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Whether these sightings are due to extraterrestrial visitors, natural phenomena, or something else entirely, they continue to intrigue and puzzle us. The ongoing reports from different parts of the world keep the mystery of UFOs and aliens alive, fueling the human imagination and our quest for answers about the universe and our place within it. Bonnybridge, a town between past and future, is about to encounter the extraordinary. Chapter 2. The Bonny Water Incident. In the heart of Scotland, nestled between the famous cities of Edinburgh and Glasgow, lies the small town of Bonnybridge, situated in the serene valley of Bonny Water. This quaint Scottish town, once known for its calm and quiet atmosphere, found itself in a favorable position for growth during the manufacturing industry boom. In the 1780s, Bonnybridge's location became especially advantageous when the Forth and Clyde Canal was constructed right through it. This new waterway made connecting with various trading routes across Scotland much easier. As the Industrial Revolution gained momentum, Bonnybridge experienced a period of rapid growth and development. It was uniquely situated at the junction of 4 important railway lines, which was pivotal in its transformation. This accessibility attracted various industries to the town, including paper mills, sawmills, brick factories, and metal workshops. Although the trains eventually stopped running, the construction of major roads ensured that Bonnybridge remained a crucial location for businesses and factories. Despite this rich industrial heritage, Bonnybridge is now famously known for something entirely different and rather extraordinary. The year 1992 marked a turning point in the town's history, characterized by a series of peculiar events. James Walker, a local entrepreneur, was on his way from Falkirk to Bonnybridge when he encountered something extraordinary. He was confronted by a luminous object, resembling a bright star, hovering above the road. Terrified by this unexplainable sighting, Walker quickly drove away as the mysterious object ascended into the sky and vanished. Following this incident, numerous residents of Bonnybridge, along with UFO enthusiasts worldwide, have reported their own strange experiences. Many drivers have recounted startling encounters with unusual lights that seem to pursue their vehicles. Others have described seeing cigar-shaped objects flying overhead, sometimes accompanied by a loud buzzing noise. There are even accounts from individuals who claim to have been abducted by aliens within this area, known as the Falkirk Triangle, and taken aboard spacecraft for examinations. Bonnybridge's shift from an industrial powerhouse to a hub of extraterrestrial tales has given it a distinctive position in both Scottish history and the realm of UFO enthusiasts. The town's evolution from a center of railways and factories to a hotspot for UFO sightings is quite fascinating. It demonstrates how a place can transform over time, not just economically and infrastructurally, but also in terms of the mysteries and legends it accumulates. The stories from Bonnybridge add to the broader narrative of human encounters with the unknown, enhancing our curiosity about what exists beyond our planet. These tales of close encounters, enigmatic lights, and otherworldly beings continue to captivate people, fueling debates and investigations into the existence of life beyond Earth. The reputation of Bonny Bridge as a focal point for UFO sightings underscores our enduring fascination with the unexplored and the infinite possibilities that the universe holds. Whether these stories are factual or mere folklore, they enrich Bonny Bridge's cultural fabric and continue to draw global attention, making this Scottish village a notable spot in the annals of mysterious phenomena. Similarly intriguing is the area known as the Falkirk Triangle, often compared to the enigmatic Bermuda Triangle, stirring much curiosity and speculation. It is believed that Bonny Bridge, located within this triangle, is a center for paranormal activities. Many speculate that this area has a thinner barrier between our world and other dimensions, making it unique in the UK. Some suggest that the Falkirk Triangle functions like a cosmic pathway or stream, akin to the way the Forth and Clyde Canal weaves through the landscape and opens up into the Scottish lowlands. The scientific credibility of these theories is a topic of much debate. For centuries, the Scottish Highlands have been known for their mysterious, hovering lights. These lights are frequently attributed to natural causes, like swamp gases being released into the air. When these gases ignite, they create flickering lights, known as ghost lights or will-o'-the-wisps, leading to numerous ghost stories. These gaseous orbs have been observed throughout Scotland and could possibly explain some of the minor sightings of lights moving across the moors. However, this natural explanation falls short when considering the more intense encounters that involve larger, noisier objects, as reported by many witnesses. The concept of flying saucers entered the public consciousness thanks to Kenneth Arnold's experience. Arnold described the objects he observed in 1947 near Mount Rainier, Washington, as half-moon-shaped, shiny, and silver, resembling pie plates or saucers. He reported seeing 9 luminous blue objects moving at incredible speeds, estimated to be around 1,700 mph, in a V formation. This sighting not only coined the term flying saucer, but also sparked a global interest in unidentified flying objects. Since Arnold's account, there has been an ongoing debate among experts, those who believe in extraterrestrial life, and those who are skeptical regarding the authenticity and implications of his and other similar sightings. Entering the Falkirk Triangle, Bonny Bridge becomes a nexus of cosmic mystery. Chapter 3. An UFO Triangle. The fascination with the Falkirk Triangle, and especially the role of Bonny Bridge within it, highlights our deep curiosity about mysteries we cannot easily explain. People have come up with various theories, such as gateways to different dimensions and paths that connect us to cosmic highways. These ideas show our eagerness to understand the vast universe and our place in it. Some of the sightings, explained as natural phenomena like swamp gases, represent our efforts to make sense of things that seem beyond explanation. On the other hand, the accounts of larger and more vivid sightings push the boundaries of what we know about the world. They spark ongoing debates and investigations into whether beings from other worlds are visiting us. These events, whether they are natural occurrences, gateways to other dimensions, or spacecraft from other planets, remind us that there are many great mysteries out there that we have yet to understand and explore. Back in 1947, during the tense early years of the Cold War, and shortly after World War II had ended, a man named Kenneth Arnold experienced something quite unusual. While flying near Mount Rainier, he saw what he initially thought could be experimental military aircraft. However, the military denied conducting any tests in that area at the time. The term flying saucer began to be widely used after Arnold described the movement of the objects as similar to a saucer skipping over water. This sighting sparked curiosity, and soon others reported seeing similar objects. For instance, a miner on Mount Adams and a commercial airline crew in Idaho also claimed to have seen 9 strange flying objects. These accounts spread rapidly across the country, but the government did not provide a clear explanation for these sightings. While some people dismissed Arnold's account as a mere illusion, like a mirage, public interest in unidentified flying objects or UFOs had already been piqued. This interest was further fueled by the famous Roswell incident, which occurred shortly afterwards and became a cornerstone in UFO lore. Arnold's sighting, coming at a time when the world was still reeling from the aftermath of a global war and entering a new era of geopolitical tension, captured the public's imagination. People were intrigued by the idea of advanced technology, possibly beyond human capabilities. The lack of a satisfactory explanation from authorities only added to the mystery and speculation. The concept of UFOs tapped into a collective fascination with the possibility of life beyond Earth and advanced civilizations in distant galaxies. Stories and theories about UFOs grew in popularity, feeding into a broader narrative of human curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge about our universe. These events, occurring in a period marked by significant technological advances and heightened global awareness, reflected a growing interest in space exploration and the search for extraterrestrial life. The combination of Arnold's sighting, the Roswell incident, and the context of the time led to a surge in UFO culture, with books, movies, and television shows exploring the idea of visitors from other planets. This period marked a turning point in how people viewed the unknown and the possibilities of what might exist beyond our world. The fascination with UFOs, spurred by these events, continues to be a significant aspect of popular culture, inspiring a sense of wonder and endless speculation about the mysteries of the universe. In Turkey, there's a guy named Haktan Akdogan who's really into studying UFOs. In 1998, he set up this place called the Sirius UFO Space Sciences Research Center. His big goal was to link up with other UFO research groups across the globe and share all sorts of information about these strange flying objects. The center is all about trying to show that humans aren't the only smart creatures in the universe. To do this, they work with a bunch of different experts like scientists, anthropologists, pilots, and psychologists from many countries. Akdogan has this belief, which is pretty common among UFO enthusiasts, that UFOs have actually kidnapped people in Turkey and other places to study them. He thinks these aren't just ordinary spaceships. He says that lots of people have been zapped up into these spaceships by beams of light, usually while they're sleeping, and then these aliens do experiments on them. He's found that there have been almost 470 UFO sightings in Turkey alone. This increasing interest in UFOs really shows how curious we are about what's out there in space. Ever since Arnold spotted those UFOs and more people started reporting their own sightings, there's been this huge worldwide chat about whether there are aliens and if they're interested in Earth. Setting up places like the research center in Turkey is a sign that some people are super serious about studying UFOs. They want to figure out what's behind these sightings and what it could mean if we're really getting visits from space. The idea that aliens might be snatching humans for experiments makes the whole UFO thing even more mysterious and a bit spooky. It gets people talking and arguing about where we fit in the universe and what other kinds of smart beings might be out there. Even if we never get solid proof of aliens, the whole mystery of UFOs and the idea of meeting aliens keeps grabbing our imagination. It pushes us to ask big questions in science and just gets everyone really excited and curious. Turkey is also the place of a story about 120 people who were caught and had unusual small devices, or little chips, put into their bodies. Many people think these chips could be from aliens. There's also this really interesting video from Turkey. It's said to show a UFO, and in it, you can see what seems like two aliens. They are looking out of a window of their spaceship, which is floating in the sky over Turkey. The aliens in this video have really big heads that are shaped like drops of water. This is how a lot of us picture aliens in our minds, and the video is super surprising. The people who are in charge in Turkey have said this UFO video is real, which makes the story sound even more true. Experts from different areas, like well-known companies that do graphic design, and people who are really good at analyzing videos and films, all say the video is not fake. They think that if this video is not just a really smart trick, then it might change the way we think about a lot of things. This includes our religious beliefs and what we know about human history. It could mean that the huge universe is full of different kinds of alien life. These could be very big aliens, very small ones, and all sorts of others. Now, let's talk about Fresno, California, and think about if aliens might be there too. When it's really quiet at night, our minds can play tricks on us. Sometimes we start to think we're seeing things that aren't actually there. This happens because our brains are trying to make sense of the dark shapes and shadows around us. Now, as we move deeper into the rabbit hole, are they just imaginary shadows or something very real that lurks in the dark? Chapter 4. The Mystery of the Fresno Nightcrawler. Sometimes, you might be in situations where strange things happen around you. You might see things that don't seem real, and they could make you feel really confused. If you tell someone else about these weird things, they might not believe you. They could say it's all in your head and that you're just imagining things. But what if you had a way to prove that these strange things were actually happening? Think about a situation where you managed to record these unusual events on a video camera. This kind of proof could change how you think about these weird experiences. Let's talk about a story from 2017 to understand this better. There was a man named Jose who lived in Fresno, California. One night, he couldn't sleep well. He felt uneasy and restless all night. In the morning, he decided to look at the videos from the security cameras around his house. He hoped to find out if something strange happened outside that might have disturbed his sleep. What he saw on the video was really surprising and hard to believe. He saw a creature that was very odd-looking. It was white and didn't have a head. Strangely enough, it looked like a pair of pants that were moving all by themselves. It was like something from a cartoon or a ghost story. This creature moved quickly across his backyard, and the camera recorded everything clearly. Now, this story about Jose is quite interesting because it makes us think about how we understand what's real and what's not. Before he saw the video, Jose might have thought he was just imagining things or having a bad dream. But the video showed that something unusual really did happen in his backyard. This kind of situation can make us wonder about the world around us. There are so many things that we don't understand or can't explain easily. Jose's experience, especially with the video as evidence, makes us question our ideas about what is possible and what is just made up in our minds. It also makes us think about how we react when we see or hear about something strange. If we don't have proof, we might not believe it. But when there's evidence, like a video, it forces us to think differently. It opens our minds to the possibility that there are things in the world that are mysterious and not easily explained. Jose's story is a reminder that sometimes the truth can be stranger than fiction, and that the world is full of wonders and mysteries waiting to be discovered. It shows us that sometimes what we dismiss as just imagination might actually be something more, something real that we just haven't understood yet. The man was really scared after watching what the security camera recorded. This happened after he watched something on his security camera. What he saw was so strange and mysterious that he couldn't understand it himself. So he had an idea. Why not share the video on the internet? He hoped that someone online might be able to explain what this odd thing was. But when he shared the video, something unexpected happened. Nobody could figure out what the thing in the video was. Everyone was puzzled. This wasn't the first time something like this happened. Back in 2011, a similar mysterious event was captured on camera. This time, it was by someone who was exploring a place called Yosemite Lakes Park. In their video, there was a figure that looked just like the one from the man's video from 2007. But there was something more intriguing about the 2011 video. This time, there weren't just one, but several strange figures. Among these figures, one looked particularly small, almost like a little child following its parent. This was fascinating to many people. The video was longer than the first one, because these mysterious creatures didn't seem to be in a rush. They were moving slowly, unlike in the first video. When this second video was shared with the world, it made these strange creatures very famous. People started calling them the Fresno Nightcrawlers. As more and more people heard about them, more and more sightings were reported. People claimed to have seen them in different places, like Ohio, but nobody had any real proof from there. Interestingly, as time passed, many people started to like these mysterious creatures. Artists from all over the world began making toys and art inspired by them. The Fresno Nightcrawler had become something of a sensation. But here's the big question: are these creatures real? Many people believe they are, but there are also skeptics, people who doubt the creatures are real. These skeptics think it's just a person wearing a costume. They imagine someone with long poles for legs and a sheet draped over their head to look like the Nightcrawler. But the fans of the Nightcrawler don't agree with these skeptics. They say the creature's legs are way too long and the shape of its body too strange for it to be just a person in a costume. They also argue that if it was just a sheet covering the person, it would have flown off as soon as the creature started moving quickly. The debate goes on and on. Some people believe the creature is a new discovery, something never seen before. Others are convinced it's all just a big joke, a hoax. Despite these disagreements, the fascination with the Fresno Nightcrawler has only grown stronger. Real or not, this creature has captured the imaginations of many people around the world. It has become a topic that causes a lot of curiosity and discussion. People are intrigued by its long legs and unusual appearance. This has led to a kind of cult following. Around the globe, the Fresno Nightcrawler is a subject of wonder and many creative projects. The mystery of this creature continues to be unsolved. Everyone is left wondering and guessing about the truth behind these strange and eerie sightings. What could these creatures be? Are they real, or is it all just an elaborate trick? The world may never know for sure, but one thing is certain. The Fresno Nightcrawler has become a legend in its own right, a mystery that continues to fascinate and inspire people everywhere. The mystery of whether the Fresno Nightcrawler is a real creature might stay unsolved forever. People who believe in its existence and those who doubt it continue to argue and try to prove their points. The people who think the Nightcrawler is real stand firm in their belief, showing no signs of changing their minds. Regardless of what anyone thinks, the truth about the Fresno Nightcrawler might only come out if the creature itself decides to reveal it. The fascinating case of the Lubbock Lights began on a warm evening on August 25, 1951, in Lubbock, Texas. 3 college professors from Texas Tech were spending the evening outdoors when they suddenly looked up and saw a formation of lights moving quickly across the sky in a half-circle shape. These mysterious lights caught the attention of Carl Hart Jr., a young student at Texas Tech, who managed to take photographs of this unusual sight. His photos ended up being published in newspapers across the United States and even in the famous Life magazine, sparking widespread interest and speculation. In the days following the sighting, hundreds of people from Lubbock and surrounding areas reported seeing the strange lights, adding to the intrigue and mystery of the event. The U.S. Air Force, through its Project Blue Book, a project tasked with investigating UFO sightings, conducted an investigation into the Lubbock Lights. Their conclusion was that the lights were merely reflections from birds flying high in the sky, catching the light from newly installed street lamps below. However, this explanation did not satisfy everyone. Many who witnessed the lights firsthand argued that the speed and movement of the lights could not be attributed to birds. They believed that what they saw was too fast and too organized to be explained away so simply. While official reports claim a mundane explanation, the sheer number of witnesses and the compelling photographs taken by Carl Hart Jr. continue to fuel speculation and interest. The incident is a classic example of how UFO sightings can capture the public's imagination, leading to debates and discussions that last for decades. Whether the Lubbock Lights were a natural phenomenon, a misunderstood sighting, or something truly unexplained, they remain a significant part of UFO history and lore. What do you think about UFOs, aliens, or something from Earth? Let us know in the comments and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more.